Hello! In the previous video, you learned how to deploy data connectors like EntryID and Key Vault, so now you are at the point where the data is available in Sentinel. What now? Well, this is where analytic rules come in. These rules monitor incoming data from data connectors to look for suspicious behavior, like brute force attempts using Hydra from Kali Linux or malicious PowerShell usage, and automatically generate incidents for your SOC to investigate. And in this video, I'll walk you through setting up your very first analytic rule using built-in templates straight from Microsoft Content Hub. In Microsoft Sentinel, let's open the analytic page. This is our central repository for all available analytic rules. The first tab, Active Rules, show which rules are currently running in your environment. Once you start deploying analytic rules, they will appear over here. The second tab, Rule Templates, show built-in analytic rules we can deploy. The number of rules depend on the data connectors you installed. For example, in my case, you'll see mostly Microsoft EntryID and XDR rules, as these are the data connectors I've installed in my dev environment. The last tab shows anomalies. These are similar to analytic rules, but usually are enabled by default and use UABA or user and entity behavior analytics to look for any abnormalities in your environment. We touch on those in future videos. For now, let's focus on the rule templates. Let's click and create rule and look at them in more detail. The general page will show us a standard set of information, the name of the rule, description, and severity. You can also map the rule to MITRE ATT&CK framework, and the last part is really useful for reporting as it helps you to understand which areas of your company are being attacked the most, so you can make informed decision about where to focus your resources. The set rule logic page is by far the most important part. Here you will see the KQL query that powers the detection, and in this example the rule is quite simple. It queries the audit logs table to find the operation called update a partner cross-tenant access settings, and then uses a few parameters to extend the logic. Don't worry if you don't understand KQL in the beginning, it can take months before you can comfortable writing your own queries, as it's all about experience and practice. You can always click View Query Results to see if the KQL is already returning any results in your environment, and this is a really good way to test whether the rule is too noisy, as sometimes it may flag expected behaviors, and those results can be excluded from the query. Below that, we have Alert Enrichments, and this is where we can map entities into the incident. I show you exactly what it does once we generate our first incident in Sentinel, but in short, this mapping is crucial for any automation you want to run in Sentinel. And then under custom details, you can add additional context to the incidents once it's triggered. For example, which user was involved or the source IP address. It's similar to what entities give you, but lets you surface that information directly into the incident panel without needing to dig for it. It's a really nice feature to really use. Alert details provide similar functionality, but for customizing the alert's title and description using dynamic fields like entities or time. For example, you could set alert from and then add initiated by and alert generated at a specific time, which will be time generated. You can now schedule how often the query should run. Depending on the logic and impact, you may want to lower or increase the frequency. By default, the GUI allows you to look back for the past 14 days, but you can increase this using KQL directly in the rule query. Don't forget this option, it's quite powerful. You can then set the rule to run automatically and configure the threshold. This should always be 0 to ensure it fires whenever results appear. The same goes for grouping. Configure it properly to avoid flooding Sentinel with multiple incidents for the same issue. There's a similar setting in the Incident Setting tab, which I highly recommend enabling. This groups related incidents and alerts into a single incident, keeping your incident queue nice and tidy. In the Automated Response section, you can attach automation rules and logic applications. For example, you can auto-close the incident if it's triggered from a specific IP address, or run a logic application that resets a user password when a particular incident is triggered. This is a fantastic feature and should be fully utilized once you are more familiar with Sentinel environment. We'll cover it more in the future videos. And now all that's left is to click Save to publish your first analytic rule. It will appear under Active Rules, ready to detect suspicious activity. You can repeat the steps for the other rules or use my PowerShell script for another video to enable all available analytic rules in bulk. Now to quickly show you how the incident will look like once triggered, the title and the description was pulled from the custom entities we've added in the previous step, and it can be, of course, fully adjusted to your needs. And that's it for this video. Now you have much better understanding of analytic rules in Sentinel. Hope that helps.